How's it going, everybody? So this is Bao the Whale, and she tweeted something out that was getting a lot of people in the VTuber community pretty spooked. I know, big news for the unemployed, but hey, that's why we're here, right? It takes one to know one, right? Gotcha. So anyway, yeah, Bao said, if you're an up and coming female content creator with a small but growing audience and a much larger and successful male content creator approaches you out of nowhere and showers you with attention on stream, in DMs, etc., don't walk, run. This got 4.5 million views and a wide range of speculative comments as well as support. Okay, if you want to know what Bao looks like, there you go. Okay, maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. Here's my take on it though. Because some people were saying, okay, well, are we talking that all male creators are bad? Isn't it true that a lot of female VTubers have a mostly male audience, right? Or are you slandering them, right? And I don't think that was the intention at all. I mean, read what she said. She said if a large creator comes out of nowhere, smothers you with this attention, watch out. They might have ulterior motives. Okay, here's my take on this. So she's saying don't trust larger male creators. Okay, I'm gonna say don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone. You shouldn't. You shouldn't trust everyone you meet. You shouldn't trust anyone you meet at face value, let alone strangers. Okay. Uh, I'll take this another step further. If you have a good heart, and I'm not saying you're a good person. I don't like saying people are good people, but if you're trying to be a better person, there's something wrong with you. You're trying to be better. You have a good heart. You think other people are decent and kind people. You have golden retriever energy. Listen to me right now. Do not make this mistake. Okay? Do not wear your heart on your sleeve. Trust me. You will get backstabbed. You will have an all-around terrible time. Okay? You need to treat yourself like the diamond that you are. Okay? You need to pick up what I'm putting down here. You are a diamond. You need to think of yourself more like an oyster, if anything. You know, oysters are closed, okay? Most of the time. You have to pry an oyster open to get that pearl on the inside. That's you, okay? You have this pearl, you have this gem that is your unique and special personality, okay? And you gotta hide that from people. You do. You can't show that to everybody because again, it's a very special thing. And so who deserves to see that? Well, people who see the value in that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a nice pearl, if you have a diamond, which is your true and authentic personality, you don't want to run around showing that to everybody. Don't they say don't throw your pearls before swine. It's an old quote from a very old book. Okay, remember I'm 75 years old, so I'm dating myself a little bit here. But again, you have to be careful. So Bao is saying don't trust larger mill creators. I am saying don't trust anyone. Be hesitant. Be slow to trust, be cunning. Be wise, okay? Be wise, especially in today's world, especially where so many people are backstabbers, so many people are manipulative, so many people are going to say one thing and mean something else. They have a phrase on the West Coast where people will stab you with words. People will be nice to your face, but they're not actually nice. You walk away from a conversation and it's like you got stabbed 15 times, but you didn't really feel it because it was backhanded compliments. It was sneaky, it was weird. Defend yourself. Okay? Protect yourself out there. Be smart, be savvy. I'll take it another step further. Be wise like a fox, right? Somebody walks up to you, somebody starts asking you personal questions off the rip. If somebody's like, "Hey, what do you do for work?" Hey, how old are you? Hey, where do you live? Oftentimes people ask these questions to size you up. How much money do you make? They say, never ask a woman her age, never ask a man his salary. Okay? Common courtesy, in many retrospects, is out the window in today's climate. Okay? You believe me when I say this. Back in the olden times, if you were to publicly or basically verbally berate someone else, you might get challenged to a duel. You might get challenged to like a sword off, a sword off, right? And I'm not, you know, or a pistol off, a little gun showdown, right? Think of the old Wild West. You might need to step outside with someone else and cap somebody, right? But in today's world, especially in the online world, people can get away with saying almost anything they want. So to put a little knot on the end of this, I understand what Bao is saying. She's saying, watch out, be careful, be a little suspicious. And I say, take it all the way. Be suspicious of everybody. Have some, OnlyFans creators have tiers to their system. Same with, Twitch streamers. They have tiers. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and each one of those gains different access, right? So think of that in terms of the people you know. Tier people out. Your closest, most intimate friends, those are the people you can trust. You're very, very close with your family, maybe your parents or some siblings. Those are the people you trust the most. Then outside of that would be, friends, that you see every now and then. And then maybe acquaintances, coworkers, and then all the way at the very, very end is strangers, is people who you have no idea who they are. Or maybe you do have some idea who they are. But again, you don't know them personally. You don't know who this person is. You don't know what their motives are. You don't know what their intentions are. So be careful. Be careful. We live in it's I hate to say it, but not everything's all hunky dory all the time. People have ulterior motives every single day. So be careful. Be wise. And be good. And that's my take. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.